Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, welcome back to my kitchen. Today is another special request that I had from Dee Dee. Last month we did the 101st day of the year and we did a Dalmatian themed recipe. Today is actually Wednesday, May the 4th, Star Wars Day. So I thought I would do a Star Wars, what's it called? Wookie Cookies. I hope I'm saying that right. I just some background on where I'm at with Star Wars. I actually saw the very first Star Wars. I was probably about 10 or 11 years old in the movies. And I saw The Empire Strikes Back. I did see one other Star Wars movie, but I couldn't even tell you what it was. And that's about it. I haven't seen anything Star Wars in quite some time. I did try to watch the Mandalorian series on Disney Plus, but honestly, Star Wars, it's so different now than it was when I was a kid, really. So I'm not really a huge Star Wars fan. I do like the original. So today we're going to be making a pretty simple recipe. It is, I believe you can find these at Hollywood Studios, and I'm not sure if this is the exact same recipe that they use. I found it online. It took me a while to figure out what I wanted to do for today. I did think about doing a Princess Leia, or is it Princess Leia? See what I mean? I thought about doing something themed that way, but I went ahead and I always liked Chewbacca. So I'm going to go ahead and make these cookies for you today. So first, I just want to thank Dee Dee for inviting me again to participate in the 4th of May 4th. What is it? May the 4th be with you. Star Wars Day. I really appreciate it, and I hope you really enjoyed today's video. If you have not subscribed and you like what you see here today, please consider subscribing, and don't forget to hit the bell so you know when I post my next video. Okay, let me show you the ingredients and let's get started. Okay, so I already have my bowl, and this is going to be where I'm going to mix everything in. So it's 1.5 cups of flour. That's what we're going to start with. The recipe is, yes, let's start that over, Joanne. 1.5 cups of flour, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, which I don't know what I did with it, 1/4 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. Where did I put it? Oh, it's over there. Let me get that. Okay, cinnamon, 1/2 cup of sugar, which I have right here, and 1 cup of brown sugar packed, and 3 cups of old-fashioned oats. So, and was that it? Oh, 8 tablespoons of unsalted butter, also 2 eggs beaten. Okay, so in a large bowl, we're going to add all the dry ingredients. That's the flour, the sugars, sugar, right? Sugar, baking soda, cinnamon, the salt. I gotta go get the salt, and the oats. And we are just gonna mix all the dry ingredients together. Okay. Okay, I have to say, I think I've said this before, but I'm gonna repeat myself. I really like these little mini spatulas from the Pioneer Woman at Walmart, and they come in a set of 3. I have them here. I don't know. They are just so cute, and they really are very handy, and for me, I just like the size of them. It's not anything really big, giant. Oh wait, was I supposed to put the brown sugar in here too? Yes, the sugars. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. Now I packed this so well that the brown sugar needs to be breaking up a little bit. Okay, let me work on this and we'll get right back on. Okay, so that's all mixed together. So the next thing we're going to do is go ahead and add the butter, the beaten egg. So let me put the egg in here. And the butter. And vanilla. There is a teaspoon of vanilla required as well. And I hope this is melted enough. I usually like to put them to melt the butter a little bit in the oven just because I find it's easier to work with. Let me get the vanilla. Actually, I may just do that. It is pretty soft, but okay, 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Let me go ahead and put the butter in the microwave just to soften it up a little bit more. Okay, so I melted it a little bit more than what I really wanted to, but it's fine. Okay, so now we're gonna mix all this together. Now, this has 2 options. You are supposed to place this into your refrigerator for an hour, or if you're short on time, you can put it in the freezer already made into the cookies. That doesn't make sense to it. What you can do is drop the cookie dough by a tablespoon on each of on the cookie sheet already, and then place that cookie sheet in the freezer for 10 minutes. So that's if you're short on time, which actually I am thinking I'm going to do that today. Because I want to decorate these, and I was looking at the way they decorated them on the recipe. You know, some people are using fondant and icing and all kinds of things. I'm not that experienced with fondant, so I'm gonna wing it with something just like the Dalmatian cookies. I came up with something else that I hope will work to decorate them with. So we will see. Okay, so this looks good. I already have the cookie sheet over there on the counter with the parchment paper. I just want to mix it a little bit more, and I will go ahead and put these on the cookie sheet. We'll get them in the freezer for 10 minutes, and then we'll come back out. We'll put them in the oven. Okay, let me go get this cookie sheet. Okay, so what we're gonna do is just, I can't see that, let me start here. I'm still experimenting with different places to cook in this kitchen, trying to find the best light. Actually, I think this is too much. The best lighting and best way that you can see. So I'm just experimenting, so just every time you see something different, you know I'm trying a different way of filming. Okay, so there's a round tablespoon, about 2 inches apart. So okay. All right, let's speed this up. These are ready to go into the freezer. Just move these over a little bit for 10 minutes, and then we were going to put them into the oven at 325 for about 12 minutes, or until they're lightly brown all over. So let me go ahead and put these in the freezer, and I will bring them out, show you what they look like. Okay, 10 minutes are up. Let's go get these cookies. And I had to take everything out just to get this cookie sheet. Okay, so here's what they look like. Okay, and we will put them in the oven for 12 minutes or until they're lightly brown. So I will see you when they come out. I put them in the oven for about 12 minutes, like it did suggest. It does say they're not done by touching them for firmness. They're actually done when they're lightly brown all over. I think I think they look good. We're gonna go ahead and let these cool, and then we will go ahead and decorate them to make them look more like a Star Wars themed. Okay, now let's get back to decorating my Wookie cookies. Actually, this is the next day. I wasn't able to complete it yesterday, just time ran out. So I went ahead, I finished making all the cookies and I put them in a container. And today we are gonna go ahead and decorate them. And this is, I already did one, I just wanted to show you. And I am following a recipe that I found on Pinterest. And they used fondant for the white pieces, but since I do not work with fondant, at least not yet, I found something that will work instead, and let me go ahead and show you what it is. So basically what I'm using is gum. I was looking actually for the mini chiclets, but I couldn't find any, but I did find these, and they are just little pieces of gum. And what I did is just cut them in half, and that's what I used for the cookie. And I used chocolate icing for the sash part. So I think it came out good. I think that was just my first test run. I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest. I'm gonna swing the camera around and show you, but I also think that I need to put it more on a slant if I'm doing it correctly. I don't know what that is called. That Chewbacca wears. I have to go and do a little research so I can tell you what the actual name of that is, which if you are a Star Wars fan, you probably already know. So let me swing the camera around and we'll start finishing these. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut up a few of these. Actually, I think I could just break them in half with my hands. Okay, so that one went flying across the kitchen. Oh boy. Maybe cutting them in half is better than, oh, I'm doing it. And dropping some. Oh boy. Okay. I don't know where the other one went to. I'll have to look for it because then otherwise Maggie will be having some gum. Okay. So I'm just breaking them in half like this. So I wasn't quite sure what, okay, I wasn't quite sure what Chewbacca was wearing, or what actually, like what the name of it. I always called it a sash. I don't know. I always thought it had just a sash of ammo. So I did just go over on Twitter this morning and ask Star Wars fans, you know, what exactly is it called? I had one response is, that's where Chewbacca keeps his Wookie cookies. And then I had a few people who didn't know either. Oh, this one was not cut evenly. And then I also had an answer from Rick, and he said it was called a bandolier. So I think I'm going to go with that because that sounds like the most, I don't know, appropriate name rather than sash. Okay, I don't know how many I'm going to need. I do have another little bag of these Eclipse gum, and I'm going to swing this camera down here so you can see how I do it. Okay, so I have all the little, what do you call those? What are they called again? Oh, Eclipse gum over there. Let me get a plate to put these cookies on. Now, I made about, I think it came to almost 2 dozen cookies. I am not going to decorate all of these, but I will show you how I'm doing it. So I just got a small thing of chocolate icing, and like I did this first one, I feel like I didn't do it on a slant enough. So I want to kind of do it more like this way. I think that's better. All right, so what I did was, actually I think I got too much on here. Let's start slow and go this way. So I guess it's a little bit better on a slant. You know, I did see some of these cookies with faces as well. Can you see? Probably not see it as well. Okay, so here we go. I'm trying to get it to go across. I think this is about as best as I'm gonna get. And then all I did was take the little pieces of gum. I want to move this down again a little bit closer. Honestly, I don't know if that's any better. I hope so. I guess I could just always hold it up closer for you. And I know that the tops are not going to be the same, but all I did was place it in the icing. Can't get a grip on it. Here we go. And this one, I just want to straighten this out a little bit. Now I'm going to have to clean my hands. Oh, wait a minute. Whoops. Okay. I'm having such a hard time holding these. Okay. All right, here we go. And that's it. I think it looks kind of cute. I mean, I'm going just by what I saw online because yet again, this is another treat that I have not, or snack that I have not tried at Hollywood Studios. When I go back, I'm going to have a lot of things to try, especially the ones that I already made because I want to see how I did. Okay, here we go. Okay, I'm going to speed this up because I don't want to torture you guys. Okay, here they are. I think they turned out fairly well considering I didn't know what I was doing. I wish some of them I seemed like I really got it to look on a slant, but some of them, I don't know, it's hard because they're all different shaped, but this is the general idea of what I had. I think the Eclipse gum worked well for the bandolier / ammo, whatever we want to call it. I think it worked well. So this is it. I hope that you have enjoyed this video, and if you have, please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the bell so you know when I post my next video, and please comment and tell me, what do you think you call this? Please comment below. I don't know. I think the bandolier sounds probably the best. But if you have any idea what it's officially called, please let me know in the comments below. And I hope you all have a great May the 4th Star Wars Day. And thank you so much again, Dee Dee, for inviting me to participate. Have a great day, guys. See you next week.